Good afternoon. I'm Staff Sergeant Hill, and I'm here with Christy Wagner of the Child and Youth Center of North Carolina. We're going to go through a couple questions that you guys have submitted about the Child and Youth program, and then we're going to go through a little PowerPoint presentation where Ms. Wagner is going to go through upcoming events, contact information, and much more information on the Yellow Ribbon program. So our first question is, how many staff members does the Child and Youth program have, and where are they located?
So Sergeant Hill, we have 3 staff members that handle the state. 2 of us are located here at Joint Force Headquarters, and then we have a 3rd member that is located in the Charlotte Armory.
Excellent. How can soldiers find more information about upcoming events or resources if they don't live very close to Raleigh?
So that's the good thing about social media is we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Eventbrite, all kinds of ways for people, depending on what they prefer to use, to locate information about upcoming events.
Excellent. How long has Child and Youth been part of the North Carolina National Guard?
So it's almost 20 years the Child and Youth program's been around. I have been with the program about 13. The 2 other members of my team have been around about a year.
Okay. Pretty robust program.
Yes, it's growing.
What resources does Child and Youth have for new parents or maybe parents that have children between ages 0 and 5? So
we have a lot of resources. We do new parent packs. We work with the 0 to 3 program that has a lot of resources, and we also do some partnered events or military appreciation events where we would have the parent and the child come in together.
Okay. Does Child and Youth have any programs or events for teenagers?
Of course we do. We have a teen council program. We do teen leadership weekends and retreats, and this year we've added challenge camp for teens.
Do I need to be deployed or coming off a deployment to access the Child and Youth program benefits or resources?
No, you don't. There are specific programs that we use that are only for deployment, but the majority of our programs are for anybody, anytime, and anything Child and Youth does is not unit specific.
Excellent. So I'm just a normal M-Day soldier. I'm still available to get resources from you guys.
Absolutely.
For parents looking at maybe summer camps or day camps, how will they find out about these events?
Okay, like I said before, we have several social media avenues. We do put out a newsletter that goes out through all their senior soldier and family readiness support people, so they can look through those. Summer camps, our summer camps that we run through the National Guard open about 2 months prior to the camp dates. The other programs that we work with, Purple Camp and Camp Corral, their camps open in February. So we really encourage people to get on their email list so that they know as soon as camps open, because those are open to all branches of the military.
Excellent. Where should parents look to sign up for maybe a day camp or a summer camp?
So we do all of our registration through Eventbrite. Mm-hmm. There are some specialty forms like health forms and stuff that they will get emailed after they register for camp. But day events usually open about a month prior to those events. As far as registration, there'll be flyers that go out and should be posted in armories. Readiness NCO should get them and things like that. So there's several avenues that we try to market our events through.
Excellent. I know some parents might be apprehensive about dropping their kids off with people they don't know. Where can they get a little bit more information about maybe the day camp or the summer camp? Can they find pictures about the previous events? Where can I find a little bit more information on maybe the counselors and possibly maybe an event schedule?
Okay, so we do have a list of upcoming events that goes out on social media. It is also included in our newsletter. Yellow Ribbon is also posting all this stuff, so if you only have contact with Yellow Ribbon, they have the resources as well. As far as if a child is a little apprehensive about attending a camp, we do have a Flickr link where they can look at pictures and activities that kids have done at past events so they can kind of be familiar with the surroundings that they'd be in. My Child and Youth staff is at every event, so that is a steady. We do sometimes use vetted volunteers, but one of us is always with them.
Many of the National Guard soldiers have been on 502 Fox orders. Are there any programs or special grants that they might be entitled to now since they've completed those orders?
Actually, we just had a big change from our military kids grants. And so the changes to that have been that If you're on orders for 90 to 179 days in a 12-month cumulative period, you're now eligible for one grant of $300 per child within that 12-month period. And if you're on the traditional orders or you're on extended orders of 180 plus days, then you can sign up and register for 2 grants within that 12-month period. So that's a big change with all the adjustments to COVID and stateside duties.
What can my child use these grants for?
So I've had people use them for many different things. It might be rec league, ball, soccer, karate, dance lessons. We've also had some of our teens use them for driver's ed classes and things like that.
That'd be good savings. Well, thank you very much for your time. We're going to go on to our PowerPoint presentation in just a couple seconds.
Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Staff Sergeant Hill again. I'm going to have Christy Wagner is going to go through the Child and Youth Program slides. She's going to go through some upcoming events, how to get in contact with Child and Youth, and some resources that they have for every M-Day soldier and soldiers on and coming off orders.
Hello. First, I want to say that the National Guard Child and Youth Program has a mission. It is to promote and sustain the quality of life and resilience to the over 9,000 North Carolina National Guard children. We do this by providing education, access, opportunity, communication, and outreach. The core program elements consist of a national and state teen panel, national, regional, and state youth symposiums, National Guard Youth Leadership Forums, National Guard Youth Development, residential, and day camps. We support the Yellow Ribbon Deployment Cycle program, and we have a Teen Resiliency program. All of these programs consist of art and recreation and leisure, sports, fitness, and health, life skills, citizenship, academic support, mentoring, and intervention programs. Some of the things that we do is we work with children during the deployment cycle to support them with their development and communication and understanding of the deployment cycle. We do new parent support with resources, child care assistance, and DEERS enrollment. We have an exceptional family member support program, educational outreach with DPI, school counselors, support with scholarships, mentoring, and tutoring. We have a teen council for kids 13 to 18. We have yearly youth camps for 6 to 13-year-olds and yearly teen leadership retreats for 14 to 18-year-olds. We also have a resiliency program for kids 11 to 18. We do have fun educational day programs throughout the year across the state that are open to any unit. We work with our teen council and our community on outreach and community service projects. So these are our new parent packs. They have a plethora of information for someone who's expecting, especially your first child. We also include resources if you have other children or toddlers at home. It has all the information on how to get Red Cross emergency messages if your service member is downrange when you get ready to deliver, as well as how to get DEERS and TRICARE set up. Our teen council is always looking for new members, and we want to make sure that the state is represented well. So with that, we meet personally in Charlotte and Raleigh, but all teens are welcome to join us virtually. That is one thing we have learned through COVID, is that we can connect virtually all the time. So here are some of our upcoming events that we already have scheduled for this year. So we're already into February, but we have a teen council every month that meets from September through May because summer activities are so full. February 26th, we're visiting the planetarium. There are still a few spaces available for that. On March 5th, we have our Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, which teaches teens in conjunction with our National Guard SHARP office about healthy relationships. We do have a community service project with the Neuse River Trail for Raleigh Parks and Rec. So that is one thing that we do, is a lot of community service with our teen council. They're required to do 50 hours a year to be part of teen council. We will be visiting the Science Museum at the end of the month. Then April is Month of the Military Child, and we have several events coming up. We are going to do a Month of the Military Child Ball. This year's theme is Luau at the Raleigh Elks Lodge. We will also do a family programs Easter egg hunt here at headquarters, as well as they will be planning one in the Charlotte area. At the end of the month, we were going to the zoo, and we get to do some behind-the-scenes stuff with elephants and rhinos. I'm excited about that. In May, we're going to visit the NASCAR Hall of Fame. In June, we will go back to the trail for another cleanup, as we do that once a quarter. Then we will venture out to the western part of the state, to Cherokee, to visit the Indian Village and see a live action play. Teen Retreat. We get to go down to Fort Fisher and spend time doing some educational, fun, and recreational activities, as well as doing some resiliency training. In July, back to youth camp. Kids love camp, and so do I. I can't wait to see their happy faces. In August, we'll have a back to school event. I know, back to school. But we have a lot of resources. We try to plan events across the state, and we will be giving out school supplies at that time. In September, our teens are going to be visiting the Whitewater Center for some team building. Now we'll go into programs and resources. Army fee assistance is a big deal. It's something that is available to active AGR technicians, DoD civilians, survivors of our fallen, people in the WTU, and spouses working at least a minimum of 16 hours and enrolled in school. This is a program that helps with child care subsidies for those that are eligible. We also have child care provider searches that you can do through NC Child Care through the Department of Health and Human Services. They will help you find quality child care in your area. The 0 to 3 program is a program that supports our younger children, actually up to age 5. They have a lot of resources. They have a lot of online trainings for parents that you can take advantage of, and they also offer CEU credits. The North Carolina Pre-Kindergarten Program is a program for kids of eligible service members that are within 18 months prior to or after deployment that deems them eligible to apply for the pre-K program. It is also based on your income and the amount of people in that county that are on it. So it doesn't give you priority, but it does make you eligible for the program. The Exceptional Family Member Program is a mandatory enrollment program that has resources and programs for any of your dependents that are exceptional family members, whether they're children or adult family members. Military Kids Connect is a great way for kids, especially Guard and Reserve kids that are spread out across the state, to connect with other military kids that are in their same cycle of deployment. This is monitored and is a safe and secure website. The Military Child Education Coalition has been around for a long time. They have helped create the MIC3, which helps with service members and kids that are changing locations, especially due to deployment, and maybe have to live in another county or another state with their schooling. They also have a lot of educational resources, information, and trainings for parents as well as youth that you can also get CEU credits for. Our Military Kids Grants, like I mentioned before, they've changed their requirements to receive these grants. They are mostly geared towards deployment, but we also have the new stateside deployments that make people eligible as well if you have those cumulative deployment dates between 90 and 179 days. Make sure you're taking advantage of this grant money. National Military Family Association and Camp Corral, those are our Purple Camp and Camp Corral camps. Their registration always opens each year in February. I would suggest that you register for their email list so that you get notifications. Those camps are not run by the National Guard. They are run independently and are open for all branches of military service, so they do fill up quickly. The YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club offer military memberships, you just need to apply. There are specific forms that you need to fill out to get the free membership. They do not provide extracurricular payments. So if there's a special fee for, say, swim lessons, they would not cover that. YMCAs, however, are independently owned, so it may matter depending on your location whether they accept the free services. United Through Reading is a great program that used to be only used during deployments. We just launched a Drill Ready kit that we're getting ready to put together, and those will be reading kits that are given out at different events for families so that they can create that reading bond no matter whether they're deployed, they're at training, they're at a class, or they're at AT. Tutor.com is a great resource, and it has been regularly used, especially through COVID. Everybody is now eligible for it. It is no longer deployment driven. It is a great service. I know specifically when my child was taking calculus, this was her go-to. So for current information, like I said before, follow us on social media. We have several links here. We have a National Guard Family Programs webpage. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Eventbrite. We also have a child and youth app that is a national app that you can look up a plethora of resources and anything that I've mentioned here. As far as the photos, if your kid was apprehensive, here's our Flickr link so that you can show your child other things that kids have done. And if you have any questions or about anything that I've spoken about, here's all of our contact information. My name is Christy Wagner, and my associate Carla Esworthy both work here in Raleigh. Amanda Cole is our Child and Youth Coordinator out in the Charlotte area.